Hi and welcome to the channel. My name's Yogi Parashar. I'm going to do a case 3 recovery or demonstrate a case 3 recovery today. So I'm going to fly out from Kataisi and head towards the George Washington. The other thing I'm going to do is I will also do a night air-to-air refueling before joining the case 3 and recovering. So the weather conditions here, I believe, it's night time. It's very cloudy. I believe there's some rain and wind, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So I'll be using the case 3 procedure in all of that and using the supercarrier's case 3 communications. When doing this, it might be handy to have a pen and paper because you will need to write down departure from the stack timings, as well as final bearing and your pressure settings for your altimeter. Right, so I'm going to join now. Here we go, loading up. I've set this up on my own server, so it should be fun. Okay, and unpausing now. There we go. Right. Okay. Go. Engine start. Good light off. Get all these lights on. Box, there we go. Left engine start.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls.
Go. Switch that to night. Set that. Test. HMD on. Shut the canopy. Okay. Set altimeter. That's good. So we're starting off over land. Go. Set lights on. Okay, so radar on. Ground on, stored heading. Okay, field lights off. Okay. Stores, just got fuel start, we're not going to be arming ourselves with anything. Planning to get some refueling practice as well, so set that to HSI. Okay. So IFF is on. TACAN on. clear. I'll set it to Katazi for now. ILS is going to be on. Clear, set that for 11. And that's all set. Radar altimeter on. Okay. Bleed air. Wait for the INS. Okay, so I'm going to set that to carrier later. And then anti-skid will need to be off at that point when I come into land. Okay. So, we're all good here. Very bad weather, of course. Just make sure I've set my SRS. Rafair server. It's on. Okay. So that's 127. Decimal 0. Let's have a look here. 125. Let's carry out. So 7.500, enter. And this one was set to 134.000. Enter, that's Katazi. Let's go A18C, Katazi, request
Kutazi, Springfield 1-1, request startup.
INS is complete.
Springfield 1-1, Kutazi, cleared for startup, wind 326 at 2 meters per second.
Okay.
Kutazi, Springfield 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Up.
Springfield 1-1, Kutaisi, clear to taxi to runway 25.
Okay, one thing I forgot. I just want to make sure I've got my colours on. So, here we are. 41F grey. No, I don't want 40F. I want my cameo. I like my cameo. So cameo, wildcard, that's mine. Click that.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy. Refueling complete.
So normally I'd probably go with my night vision goggles, but I'm not going to do that this time. So that's one thing Eagle Dynamics still haven't got right yet. So you can see the lights here from Katazi's aerodrome isn't reflecting off the
rearming complete.
Off the aircraft, which still is a bit of a pain. Not sure why they still haven't done that. But anyway, let's crack on. So brakes are off, landing lights and taxi lights are on. Hook bypassed the field, flaps are at half, FCS is reset. So let's just have a look at my FCS panel. Engines are good. FCS is clear, no X's, it's good. So got runway clearance to runway 07, which is fine. Switch that to HUD, and this what we'll do is switch that to TACAN, and we will set our TACAN to runway heralding 67, which is the runway for Katazi. Lights all on. So here we go. Throttle up. I like these challenges, personally speaking. It's nice to have some challenge in DCS. It's not always about combat. The challenge of flying, you know, in challenging conditions or not very good conditions and doing case 3 and stuff like that. I like doing that sort of stuff, so let's see how well I do today. Still find my rudder a bit sensitive. Okay, here we go. Take it nice and easy. There's no rush. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly out to the tanker first and foremost, fuel up, just do some night air-to-air refueling. I haven't done it for a while, and then we'll commence our case 3 recovery.
Springfield 1-1, request takeoff.
Okay, runway lights look good. I feel the comms takes ages. Don't know why. Give it a couple more seconds. Otherwise I'm just going to move onto the runway. Oh well, sod it, I'm going to go. Go. Looks clear. Don't see any landing lights coming in, so let's get ourselves lined up. Center her up. Okay. Right. Just make sure from a briefing point of view I've got everything. So TACAN for St. George's 74 X-ray. It's got the BRC 326 channel 11. Tower is 127, but the AI is 127,500. As we've got no tower today, we're going to use 127,500, which I've set in. Tankers here, 20 X-ray and 251.0. So we've got Arco and Texaco here, one at 20,000, one at 18,000. So we've got a choice of 2. So yeah, okay. So let's get going. Right, let's just have our takeoff checklist up. Takeoff controls, let's give it a bit of a, I can see it, but I'll just give it a little bit of a swig. Wings are down, trim is set, flaps are at half, hook is up, and harness is done. Warning lights are all good, and nose wheel steering is low, that's correct, and seat is armed. Okay, so we're ready to roll. On the brakes, 80%, and brakes off in 3, 2, 1, go. Burner, burner, go. Ooh. Right rudder. Fair enough, a little bit there. Nose is rising, gear is up, flaps is up, We are climbing 5 degrees. Maintain the climb rate. And if we follow the IFR procedures, I'm going to climb up to a bit over speed, so I'm going to stay just below the cloud level. Turn, maintain 350 knots. There we go. I've oversped a bit, so just maintain that attitude. And switch that to go. Coming back. Head over, just turn towards the runway in a minute. Okay, start the turn, heading back towards the runway. And then we'll start the climb in a minute. There's the runway. Leveled out, that's good. And this is actually standard Kataisi departure in IFR conditions. So we'd come back over the runway, maintain about 250 knots, and then we will then go runway heading out towards carrier. Here we go. So you can see that on the TACAN, opposite to 067, and then we'll start the climb. We'll go 5 degrees, nose up. There we go. And throttle up, go 92% on the power. Here we are. 5 degrees nose up, and we're in the cloud and we're heading up. So what we'll do is we'll head up to about 20,000 feet. Looking forward to the new clouds that are coming in from DCS. I think there was another announcement today. By the way, this video is being recorded late February, and we've had DCS announce a little bit more information on the clouds, and another couple of photos, what that looks like in the background of an F-16 Viper. Yeah, it looks very, very impressive, but I am concerned it's going to eat up more graphics and CPU capability, so I'm hoping it doesn't have a too bad effect on that and sluggish, because these things do cause problems. But anyway, let's see. I can see myself having to invest further in in more elements, but anyway, right, so we've just cleared the cloud base, just above 8,000 feet. Right, so got clear night sky. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, set the TACAN here, clear that, go 20 X-ray, air to air, enter. Okay, so we have Texaco. So what I'm going to do is we'll do, like I say, a bit of air to air refueling practice. So I'll come left, 65 miles. I'm going to burn a bit of fuel, so I'm going to go into burner, catch the tanker. So it's still 65 miles out, so plenty of time there. So just gone through the barrier. Yeah. 14,000 feet. And there we go. So I'm completely unarmed. I think I've just got some guns. Just check the stores. Check the gun. Doesn't say whether I've got any, even if it's fuel, but anyway, there you go. Switch that off. Back that to HUD. Okay. So we've got 49 miles to go. Burning the fuel, so tank is dry, but do I need the tank? No, not really, so I'm going to ditch the tank. Switch that to arm, ditch. There goes the tank. Ooh, I've busted 20,000, so let's level that out. Got a feeling that might be the tanker over there, but we'll soon find out. Actually, I'll bring the aircraft down a bit. So we're getting radar returns off the carrier group. I'm sure it's not going to be far away. Mach 1.2, Mach 1.3. To the right here. Guessing it's moving right to left. Let's switch to SA. Okay, it's moving right, left to right. 20 miles, there it is. Switch that to soy. Let's just sort of lock that up. Yeah, it's got UKN, so bearing 242, 12 miles. So it's moving off to the right here. We are closing awfully fast, so I'm going to bring it out of burner and get us back on. And at this point I'm going to switch off the RWR off my HUD because it just clogs it up. Okay, so at this point we're coming very close to the carrier. We are coming up to Bingo 2. What I'm going to do now, 251.
Texaco 1-1, Springfield 1-1, request rejoin.
Springfield 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 20,000 at 300.
Okay. Don't know why, but I can't see it. It's there in front of me. Okay. .2 miles. Let's switch that to SA and that to attack radar. Switch that across. Oh, come on. Right. Oh, that's the reason why I'm above him. So it's Texaco. It's Texaco. So 200. Okay. Anyway, it's fine. We're not too far away now. Good thing I switched on my radar. But okay, there we go. Right. Let's throttle it up a bit behind. Can't see him at all. Okay, well, where we are. Ah, there we go. He's now decided to put on his lights. Start to feel a bit of his jet wash. So I need to stay a bit low. And I'm approaching a bit fast now, so I'm just...
Bingo. Bingo.
Bingo 2. Switch that off. Okay, here we go. Okay. Coming up nice and easy. Nice and easy, no rush. Oh, he's turning. Okay, so I've got to be careful here. Just going to lose a bit of speed in the turn. Starting to see his tail. God, this is challenging at night. This is very challenging. But that's fine. Let's just throttle it up a little bit more. Go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Just starting to see the refueling pod. There's the basket. So I'm just going to bring it off to my right. So just gradually bring it in. Don't use the basket. Just throttle it back a bit. And go ready.
Ready, pre-contact.
Return pre-contact.
Okay, I'm not quite behind him, so let's make sure I am a little bit closer. Go. That's it. Now do ready.
Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
There we go.
Contact.
There we go.
You're taking fuel.
Just hold that position. Throttle up a bit. Just keep that refueling pod. The top right hand corner of my HUD. Just keep the speed at about 311. It seems to be around the right one with a gentle left hand turn. Just keep that in. That's it. Just hold it there. this is just practice. I only need a couple of £1,000. So I'll look back a bit. Throttle back up again. Okay. This is not easy because you've got the jet wash you need to.
Transfer complete.
There we go.
Disconnect.
Throttle back. Coming to the right. Air brakes off. Refueling pod in. And what I want to do is come to the right hand side of the aircraft before departing. Normally they'll be having a queue of colleagues going in to refuel, so that's why you very much clear the tail, come to the right, and then wait for your colleagues to ingress to whatever target or back to the home base, wherever that might be. So yeah, just a bit of air-to-air refueling practice at night as well, so that's always good to get that little bit of time on that. So that's one of the challenges done. Carrier group is off to our left. So I don't know if you can see on the HUD here, but there's a false echo here of the vertical speed indicator, velocity indicator here on the left, and that's actually because of the wind, so that's actually where the aircraft is travelling. I've switched the HUD to fixed mode, so I've got my normal velocity indicator in the centre of the HUD, but I've got that on to show that, you know, where the wind blows, that's where I'm going. So we had some significant wind, which is why I had a little bit of difficulty staying in formation with the tanker. That's all good now. So yeah, I'm fully fueled, though I'm going to be a bit heavy for the carrier landing, so normally we want to be down to about, I think, £33,000 total all up weight of the aircraft. So I'm way over that, but should be alright. We can dump some fuel if required. So what I'm going to do now is switch the TACAN to just make sure I'm not being too close to the tanker here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now is just increase the speed a bit. Maintain formation with the tanker for a little while longer. And what I'm going to do there is switch back to the HSI here. Switch that back to TACAN. TACAN, change that, clear 74 X-ray. Enter. There we are. We've got the carrier group 23 miles away, so we want that to be about 50 miles minimum before we start ingressing towards the carrier, and we want it to be towards the rear, so I think this heading is about right. I'm going to switch that out. Okay, let's burn some fuel. Goodbye, tanker. There she goes. Start pulling away. What I'm going to do is descend to 15,000 feet, maybe even 10,000 to be honest. Yeah, I think probably 10,000 would be better, because we'll have a Marshall stack at 6,000, so we'll definitely be in the cloud for that, because in the top of the cloud base is around 7,500 to 8,000 feet, if I remember. So I'll burn some fuel here. In fact, what I'm going to do is switch the bingo fuel down to 6,000. Zulu time 1836. Okay, start rolling off and bring us out of burner. Okay, let's switch the air barometric altitude, let's hold that, and let's go switch that. Right, okay, there we go, ATC, go to George Washington, inbound.
Marshall 101, marking MOPS 181450, Angels 10.5, state 8.0.
101, Courage Marshall, Case 3 recovery, CV1 approach, expect final bearing 316, altimeter is 29093, 101, Marshall Mothers 136, radio 21, DME Angels 6, expected approach time is 52.
So it's 5.2 by the hour. So
101. Marshal on the 136. 21 DME, Angels 6. Expected approach time is 52.
So what we want to do is
101. Read back correct.
set the TACAN 316. It's the BRC. There we go. So what we're going to do is, and we've got to get down to 6,000 feet, which is the altitude, and 2993 is our BIOS, is our, there we go, is our altitude barometric. So what we're going to do is switch that to 40 miles. And we're going to be 21 miles when we start our circle. So at the moment we're at 1839. We've got to get there by 52, so put on a bit of speed here. So I'm going to keep it at 8,000 for now. Because we've got 40 miles to go. 0.9, 520 knots, should be okay. We got effectively 52, 12 minutes, just over. Right, so switch to ILS, put that on as well. Just make sure ILS is set on, channel 11. Super. I'm going to do some pre-landing checks as well while I am, so let's put the autopilot on and let's just check our checklist for landing here. So wheels, flaps, hook, anti-skid, this should be off, harness, dispenser and hook bypass is going to be to carrier. Make sure that's set. Okay, so we've done some of the pre-landing checks. Aircraft weight 32,000 pounds, so we are good. Okay. We've got 10 minutes. So I'm going to bring her left a bit. Okay, let's just hold that. Metric. Set, punch the throttle a bit. Switch this one back to HUD. So when I get into the, when I'm established, I'll make sure I put my hook down at that point. Got 20 miles to go. So we're doing we should be good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds. Doing a mile approximately every 7 seconds. So we should get to 21 very soon, so should be good for 52, which is our commence time. let's bring it left. As we're crossing the area, I've come a little bit over. I'll start my descent to 6,000 feet.
Bingo. Bingo.
6,000 pounds. Just switch that and drop that to 3,000 pounds. That's good. Yeah. Oops, dropped below 6,000 feet. Let's bring it back up a bit. And slow it down to 250 knots. Go. Just coming back out now. Establish 316. It's 350 knots. Okay. And established.
101. Established Angels 6. State 5.9.
101. Roger, state 5-9er.
Okay, remember 52 is what we want. So what we'll do is we'll commence at 52 our descent down to 5,000. We will announce platform at that point and reduce our altitude. So rate of descent to 1200 at that point. Okay, holding that. Time we've got left. So at 47 I'm going to turn again. Just slow it down a bit. And start my turn. So okay. So I've got 3.5 minutes. Might have to do a small turn. Back to 316 now. So you're watching your speed, you're watching your distance from the carrier, you're watching your altitude, and you're watching the time. So there's a lot of things to keep your eye on. And I've got 3 minutes. So I'll start my turn again now. Now I've got 2 minutes. I'm actually going to start the turn now early because I think we're going to need to come back very soon, so in 1 minute 30 seconds. Yeah. There we go. Got 1 minute left. Slow down a bit. Got 50 seconds left. $40 seconds. Oops, too much speed now. Here we go. Let's bang on now.
(101) Commencing. State 5.2. Altimeter 29.94.
So let's start my descent.
101, radar contact, 20 miles. Expect final bearing, 316. 101, switch approach.
101. 101. Platform.
101, roger.
Altitude. Altitude.
Okay. Maintain 250 knots. So when I get to 10 miles, what I want to be at about 1200 feet at that point. So I'm maintaining 5 degrees nose down here. And then what I want to be at 1200 feet, I want to be at 10 miles starting my landing configuration. So I'm noticing I'm just a little bit left of the line, so I'll switch that down to 10 miles. So just to make sure I'm reduced at 2,000 feet a minute. So I've got 2,000 feet to go, maintaining 250 knots. A little bit off the throttle here, a little bit to the left, so I'm going to come to the right a bit of the course line. So bearing in mind the aircraft carrier is moving away and slightly to the right of me, so I need to be actually a little bit to the right of that line. So we're at 2,200 feet. I've got 1,000 feet to go. 2.5 miles to 10 miles. Okay, let's just hold that. So 400 feet to go. A little 1 mile to go.
101, fly bullseye.
Go.
101. 101. Checking in. 10 miles.
101, approach, final bearing 316.
Okay, gear down, flaps down,
101.
hook down. Landing configuration. Gear down. Landing configuration. Go. So I'm slightly below the line here, so I'll just throttle it back up. Right, so 5,000 pounds of fuel. Saying home fuel here, so I'll just ignore that.
101, final radar contact, 8 miles.
101.
Again, a little bit. So hook is down, gear is down, flaps are down. A little bit low, it's supposed to be at 1,200 feet, at 3 miles. So we're coming up 6 miles now, which is where we should be. Kaleidoscope, just keeping it slightly to the right of the carrier. You can just see the so there we go, there's
101,
needles.
ACLS lock on, 6 miles, say needles.
101. Up and on.
Okay,
101, concur, fly mode 2.
so there's the yellow marker, so we're going to keep it slightly to the right of that. 3 miles, we're going to start the descent at 3 miles. I'm still a little bit low. But that's okay for now. 1,100 feet, so about 100 feet low. So we'll just fly the needles.
Approaching glide path.
101. Checking in. 4 miles.
Okay, just flying the needles now. A little bit to the right. So now a little bit high, so I'm just going to bring it down a bit. So we're right in the groove. I'll keep it a little bit to the right of that. Just keep those needles about 3 degrees nose down here. Again, a little bit low, so just bring it back up again. About 1.6 miles, a little bit to the left, so bring it to the right. Yeah, we're back on. can just see a bit low again. So let's bring it back up.
101 on bypass. On course. 3/4 of a mile. Call the ball. You're on glide slope.
101. Hornet ball. 4.6.
Come on. Down. A bit high.
You're high. Power. Wave off, wave off.
Damn. Okay. Bring it back up. So what happens is that when I do the comms, okay, so bring it left now. So I'm going to take it back out to 3 miles, 1,200 feet, behind the carrier, and then we'll rejoin at that point. It's alright. Go. It's a bit high now. Fuel stat 4.3, that's okay, so we've got plenty of fuel. So we'll start the turn at 3 miles. Head back in. So next time I won't even bother with Hornet ball. Just focus on the carrier. Hook down, gear down, flaps down. Again, so here we are paralleling, so I'm just going to switch it down to 5 miles. So let's just start picking it up. Switch that off. Right, here we go. Going to start the turn. Left. Go. Check. To the left. Go. Okay, coming back on. Go and bring it to the right. It's not good, we're at 2.6 miles. We are not good here. Okay, there's carrier, bring it left. Okay, there we go. This is not very tidy if I'm being honest. A bit high. So back on. Yeah. A bit to the left. Okay, so a bit low. So let's go. Hold it.
You're a little low. You're a little low. Fly the ball.
Fly the ball.
You're a little low. Power.
do it again. I think this time I'm going to go... Oof. See how difficult it is? I'm going to go a little bit further out this time and start my time, because I think 3 miles is just not 1200 feet. Okay, let's bring it around. I think I'll start about 5 miles out, to be honest. I need the extra time to get lined up. Okay. Fuel stat 3.7. This is not easy, as you can see. This is a very tough thing to do, and hats off to the Navy guys, airmen, who have to do this for real, because I'd be shitting my pants right now. So I'm going to take it out to 5 miles and then bring it in. 1200 feet, so that's right height.
Marshall 101. Marking Moms 160 for war. Angels 1. State 3.6.
101. Courage
Oh,
Marshall.
it's
Case
started
3
again.
recovery.
I'm not
CV1
doing that.
approach. Expect final bearing.
Alright.
316. Altimeter is 2993101. Marshall Mothers 136. Radio 21. DME Angels 6. Expected approach time is 01.
101. Marshall on the 136. 21. DME Angels 6. Expected approach time is 01. 101. Commencing. State 3.5. Altimeter 29.94.
101. Radar contact 6 miles. Expect final bearing 316. 101. Switch approach.
101. 101. Checking in. 5 miles.
101. Approach. Final bearing 316.
101.
Okay, bring it slightly to the right, because bearing in mind the aircraft carrier is moving to the right and away from us.
101. Checking in. 3 miles.
101. Approach. Final bearing 316.
Okay, here we go. A little bit.
101.
Okay, bring it to the right. To the right. Watch those needles. Set. Just hold it there. bracket over it. That's it. Still a little bit high, but that's okay. Off to the right again. .450 Just hold it there. Just hold it there. Keep those crosshairs on. There we go. Back to the left a bit. Hook is down. Gear is down. Flaps are down. So you just hold it there, a bit low. Oh, on board. Fourth wire though. Okay. Wings coming out. Infield 1, deck is green. So that gentleman is how we do that. And that was not easy. As you can see, a couple of attempts and quite easily go awry if you're not concentrating properly, and the comms screwed me up a bit because I was trying to do comms at the same time as flying the aircraft towards the final ends, and actually you lose concentration, and that's what happened to me. So there we go, nicely positioned. Alright, let's put the brakes on, get our parent ground crew and wheel chocks and place.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
And
Copy. Wheel chocks are now in place.
so now they've done the lighting well. As you can see the aircraft now on the carrier. So the aircraft carrier's lighting reflects well off your aircraft, which doesn't happen over Kutaisi or any other of the land-based bases. It's a pain in the butt, but there you go. Right, throttle off. Battery off. There we go. Thanks for watching.